Hello everyone, welcome back to the Addicted to Bookworm. So I tried to transfer the Gate of the Pharaoh Gods to my Nook because you should be able to do that. Nope, it don't work. So I think what it is that when Libby gets the file, it is basically designed to not be transferable to Nooks or to Kobos. So that experiment is officially over. I think it reminds me of why Amazon is not a great company to be with. I am pretty sure that if I went and I checked out another library book from that wasn't, Dungeon Crawl and Carl, I probably would be able to do it. Yeah. So, seriously. Anyways, so it is not. It's another time. It is time for another episode of clearing out my Kindle, and I have officially finished another book, and this is Murder and Mayhem by Patty Ann Stafford. So I will, unless number two is on Kobo, I am going to actually quit the series, even though I absolutely loved this book. So as I said, if it's not on Kobo, if I can't pick it up, I can't read it on my Nook, I'm not going to continue the series, despite it being good. So our protagonist, she's just lost, both her parents in this really horrible plane accident, and so she doesn't have anybody. And then she discovers that her mother has hidden a grandmother, so her grandmother is alive, so she does have someone. And so she moves to this little town, and it reminds me, it just has a Halloween vibe to it. That's what it has on it. And her grandmother makes candles and tinctures and all that type of stuff. And she can't quite understand why her mother did not want to know about her grandmother. But she settles into this town, and she starts having feelings for this guy called Jake. And there is of course a dead body. And of course she feels inclined to try to figure out exactly what off this man. As things progress on, she starts falling in love with this little town. It's cute. It's kind of a little weird, but it's cute. I just love the fact is that the author made this town feel like all the other cozy towns that we've encountered, though there's a kind of you can feel like there's something underneath all that normalcy. And yeah, so by the time we get to the end of the book, we also discover that the gentleman had a person hidden in his basement. There was a room, and when they opened up the door, there was a woman, and her name is Agatha, and she is her grandmother's sister. Anyways, I'm pretty sure her mother had no idea that this woman existed. But she's been in prison for 2 decades and everything. So I enjoyed this book a lot. As I said, it sucks that if it's not on Kobo, I will not be continuing with the series. I just don't want to add any more ebooks to my reader and all that, because I am thoroughly ticked off. I could not read Dungeon Crawl and Carl on my Nook. Anyways, so yeah. So anyways, so as I said, will not be continued series if it's not on Kobo. Okay, so that's it for that. So I'm gonna go on my phone, because if it is, alright, so we're just gonna go on to Goodreads. See if I okay. Alright, so it is on there. Alright. So, yeah, so we're going to just go all the way to the end of this. Give it 5 stars. Alright. Alright. Okay, so now it's been recorded. Alright, so let's send this back to Kindle. I swear. Now my device is acting up. Okay. Okay, so turn to Kindle Unlimited. Alright, so finally it decided to do that. Alright, alright, so Kindle Unlimited, I'm down to 18 books, which is great. So I'm going to scroll down, see if I can. Alright, so the next book that I'm going to be reading is going to be There Will Be Shell to Pay. So we're going to make that available offline. There we go. That's the next book I'm reading on Kindle Unlimited. Alright. So yeah, so I am real excited about getting all these books read. My goal by the end of the summer, like all the way to like the first day of autumn, is to get down to at least 15, maybe 14 Kindle Unlimited books. And yeah, I mean, I'm not acquiring any more Kindle, I'm not purchasing or acquiring any more Kindle Limited books, and I'm not purchasing or acquiring any more Kindle books, period. I'm going to be mainly reading from now on from my Kobos, so, because I am enjoying that. For people that want to know how many books do I have total that I have, books that I am reading / books that I am going to continue to read, and I believe the number is 23, which is, people are going to be like, why only 23? And simply because I'm determined to not have a boatload of books that I have not read or I am currently reading. So, 29 books. So that's what I did. I started a new collection, and I have read a lot more than 5 books, but because I deleted all of the books on here, I'm back to where I was at. So yeah, I have 29 books. It's books reading slash TBR. So I did that so that I would know how many books I had total that were not completed. So I had, books reading slash TBR. And um, and once I get done with a book, either I will send it back to Kobo or I will put it in completed books. But what I'm actually thinking about doing is taking all the books that I have on here, and once I'm done reading them, just put them in the completed books or read books, and then every month I will look at what I've read that still has Kobo Plus on it. And if I really truly want that book, if I really see myself rereading that book, I will go ahead and acquire it. But if I see that I'm not going to read that book again, I will never read the book in my entire natural existence, I'll just send it back to Kobo Plus, and all that stuff. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so anyways, that's my video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.